like it wanna fall. Don't fall. What's up with that anyway? Like, you got time for that? You see? Period. No, hey, pooper stars. It's your girl. You see? It's your girl, Shay Renee. And I want to welcome y'all back to my channel and back to a new show now. Hold on. Because I sure did. Sure did. Forget to make my stuff right. Hold on. Let's see. Period. I like it like that, yeah. Like Cardi B said. So shout out to that. Now, hey, listen. Y'all, it is very little going on. You see? But y'all know we gonna talk that talk. Period. I said I'm back to talk that talk. Y'all. Listen, it's very little, but a lot going on at the same time this week. Kinda, sorta, okay? So it is what it is. We getting into a lot. Hit the like button. We're gonna get into a lot on this video. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you save it. Hey, yeah. Just in case you ain't got time to watch the whole thing, okay? Today we basically gonna be talking about baby daddy, baby mama, drama. You see, make me dry heave. Let me tell you something. The older you get, the less you appreciate drama, I would say. You see? Yeah. Well, let me just say this. I'm not a fan of like baby daddy, baby daddy, baby mama drama. You see, I'm just not. Like I hate to see those two people getting into it. You know, I want to see them work it out. Yeah. Like somebody at the gym right now, I want to see them work it out. You see? Because it's not the end of the world. It's really not. It's not. When you don't get along with your people. You see? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm back. Straight like that. And we're gonna be talking about baby daddy, baby mama drama, like I said. A little scrappy. He got him some too. Kevin Gates. Drake ain't bothered. You see, Drake is just unbothered on the farm. Yeah. Planting strawberries. It is what it is. What else? Layton Green. I'm sorry. The singer though. The quality control lady. You see, it's the drama of it all. I said it's the drama of it all. Deiondra. Deiondra Sanders got the drama. Child is crazy, you see? And now I'm to the point where, like, I'm feeling everybody when they be like, damn, Deiondra. For real? Like, for real. We can get into that later. What else I'm gonna talk about with y'all today? You see? Bobby V, y'all. Hey. Shout out to you for jumping in my comments. Hey, MVP. Child, baby daddy, baby mama drama. That's what we talking about today. We talking about Bobby V too, okay? who found himself with a little bit of complications. You see, he was having health complications just recently. Oh my God. And CJ so cool. Ugh. Let me find out you not that cool, CJ. You see, I said that. And then last but not least, 600 Breezy. He tried to do it right. You see? Like, is that the thanks he get? Baby, I know that first baby mama said, listen, until you do right by me, yeah, nothing. Everything you do, baby, it's gonna crumble. Like a cookie. So shout out to that. Now, first topic, little Scrappy child. Little Scrappy, y'all. He was hurt. You see, little Scrappy was hurt just recently by Bambi's diss track, okay? Basically claiming that he had $11. You know, it just is what it is. She said he had $11. Now, baby, he done took that so literal, okay, y'all? He done took that so literal. This man talked about the $11 diss track for 11 days and 11 nights. Yeah, you see, he did. He was hurt. That's how I know he was hurt. And then he said he wanted to talk about the fact that Bambi lied about her age. He's still stuck on that. He can't get past it. Yeah. He ain't been able to get past it. I said that's Scrappy. Bambi kind of looked like somebody that would lie about their age. You see? Yeah, that's what it gives. Do you remember that bike ride? Child, I know you remember the damn bike ride. You see, on the show. But I said, don't blame her, Scrappy. You see, maybe it's not Bambi, maybe it's Hollywood. Yeah, okay? In Hollywood, folks is forced to be young. It just is what it is. Like, we all know Hollywood likes some young, okay? So anyway, let me plug up my light, y'all. I gotta get my light right, okay? I was gonna say forget the light, but I want it now. So hold on. Ooh, I gotta get my light right. Period. I said now, Scrappy. You showing us that you hurt. You see, you just showing us that you hurt. I mean, it is what it is. Him and Bambi ain't over each other yet. They just not, okay? They sure not. I said that, Scrappy, if you don't go on sounding like you sounded obtuse, like you is taking this $11. He taking the $11 too literally, y'all. He is. He just taking it too far. It's showing that he's still hurt, y'all. Bambi hurt that man. Okay, it is what it is. And then burnt off and got a Scrappy look-alike. Hit the like button if you think Bambi new man look like Scrappy. Child, it's giving, okay? It's giving Scrappy with dreads, you know, or braids or twist or whatever it is he got going on in his head. You see, okay? It just is what it is. He look like Scrappy Bambi, okay? But anyway, shout out to them both, child. Shout out to them both. Listen, like I say all the time, it's really no fun when the family feud, okay? I mean, nobody wins. That's what I meant to say. Nobody wins, okay? When the family feuds, it just is what it is. It's not cute. You see? It's ugly. Child, and everybody want to be right when it's really just about the child, okay? So anyway, it's about the kids. It is. You know what I'm saying? It's about the kids. Everybody be thinking they keeping it about the kids. You know what I'm saying? But it don't be. It be like, I'm right. You know, I'm right. It comes into this tug of war of, I'm right. You know. And I'm doing what's right for the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be doing, child. And it just, it ain't that entertaining. It just is what it is. It ain't that entertaining. But I promise y'all, I got y'all back, okay? It just is what it is. Y'all know I got a co-parenting show. It's fire. Shout out to that. It's on my other channel, Commenting with Shay Renee, okay? The with is just a W, all right? So, send that to somebody you know, okay? Pass that on. And Bambi and Scrappy really do need to look at my co-parenting show. And why I say that, I say because like it's very educational. You know what I'm saying? But not only that, like I just feel like there's hope for them. You see what I'm saying? I do. I feel like there's hope for Bambi and Scrappy. I don't think that they absolutely hate each other guts. I don't think they are at that point. You know? But even if they was, I got some advice for that too. I got a couple of tips for that too. So shout out to that. And everybody who might be going through it. Now, okay. After that, let me move on and let me talk Kevin Gates for a second. I promise you, we just finna talk Kevin Gates for a second. Okay? Because it is what it is. China, y'all know just last week, we was wondering, we said, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? What the hell, Leontay? Baby, we was trying to figure it out with Kevin Gates. Running around with this woman, this concubine. And, child, why this other lady popped up on the scene? Talking about she is Kevin Gates' little boo thing, if you will, okay? His side piece, whatever you want to call it, mistress, all of that, all of that, all of that, you see? All of it. Child, and yeah, I said it's going to take that. You see, it's going to take that. It's going to take a side piece to let us know what's going on. Child, that's what he get. I said that's what he get for talking his business. But child, according to the side piece, y'all, she says that Kevin Gates and Deiondra are legally, okay? I said it's illegally separated. Okay? So it's a legal thing. Yeah. So I'm wondering who got tired. Because we know Kevin. It's just what it is. Yeah. Him and his 2 phones, he ready. You see, he ready. So my guess is Deiondra got tired. She probably said, go heal. You see? And I'm going to do the same. And like, I'm here for that. I'm really, really here for Deiondra. Okay? Taking care of her inside part, you see? Because I feel like no matter what happens between them both, I think they're going to be okay. I do. I honestly think they're going to be okay. And I'll take it a step further. Kevin Gates, he don't come off as damaged as he used to be. You see? As he used to, I mean. So that's why I said, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them both. And their inside parts. Okay? It just is what it is. Shout out to them and their self-care, self-love journey. All right? Because it ain't nothing like, it's really like watching, never mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching somebody get cleaned up. You know, maybe somebody that's been living on the streets for a while. You see, I really hated to compare to that, but it just is what it is. Yeah, that's what it's like to me. Just watching them get their keys and you know, go on to their brand new home. You see, and a brand new life. So it is what it is. Shout out to Deiondra and Kevin Gates getting a second. I don't know what you call it. Like a second, I don't know. Chance, I don't know. I don't know what you call that. But they look good. You know, they look good. Whatever they got going on, it looks good on them. Okay? It just is what it is. But yeah, child, I guess drinking and left Kevin out here to saw his wild oats. You see? Mm-hmm. Child. I said, just like a stray animal, he is free to roam. Okay? Yes. And child, look who then took advantage of it. Brittany. Brittany Ryan. I said, you see. PJ definitely dodged the bullet. It just is what it is. PJ PJ is just too much of a nice guy. You see, for Brittany. I mean, it just is what it is. Brittany wants some thug love, okay? So anyway, shout out to them. And then okay, and then after that, quality controls. I feel like I'm going too fast. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I feel like I'm just going too quick. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I feel like I'm just going too quick, and I don't like that. Yeah. Child. I'm really here for it though. I'm really here for the healing. It is what it is. I'm here for the healing. Okay? So shout out to that. And now, what's her name? Layton. I don't know how to pronounce her name, y'all. But it's Layton Green or something like that. You see, she a quality control artist. Now, the truth of the matter is, the reason why I don't know her name like that is because she didn't make it known like that. You see? God damn it, you gotta. So shout out to that. Like, you gotta make yourself seen. You know? Yeah, period. Like Webby said. You know, it is what it is. You got to call people to the front. You see? But anyway. Sweet Girl. I forgot her song. I think she redid I Can't Leave Him Alone by Sierra or something like that. Child, don't quote me, but I remember her time. You know, she had a short run, kind of like Lakia. They both have very, very short runs. You know what I'm saying? With quality control. You know, quality control needs to be studied. It really does. It needs to be studied. Damn. You know, I cannot believe how successful of a company to watch it just tank like that, you know? It's almost like they what's the word I'm looking for? Dismantled though, you know? It really gives, they did it to themselves. Like it was purposely done. That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy what happened to quality control records. Now that needs to be studied for real. But anyway, when they was up, you know, and I wouldn't have never thought, you know what I'm saying? That like they wouldn't be around no more, you know? For real. It's crazy. When you think of quality control, you know, they was putting me in the mind frame of a bad boy, you know, um Birdman them, you know what I'm saying? Like successful black record label. You know, it's crazy. I don't know how they crashed it. I feel like they crashed. They crashed. You know what I'm saying? They did. They crashed out. And in my opinion, in my most honest, humble opinion, to me, it started with what's the name? The Migos. The Migos. When they dismantled the Migos, you see, uh, quality control tanked. Okay, it just is what it is. Hell, I take it a step further. I need to Google they run. Yeah, I think I'll do that when I have time. Man, it had to be no more than 10 years, you know. But 10 is a stretch. I'm thinking more like 5 to 6, but it might have been a good 10. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's possible that it was a good 10, because I feel like we've been knowing the City Girls and Migos them about that long. You see? So anyway, shout out to that though. Quality Control had a hell of a run. Can't nobody knock the talent that they brought to the table. They brought some talent to the table. It is what it is. They brought some hella fire groups, you see, to the table. Like they brought the group, you know what I'm saying, the group flavor back. Cause it's really hard to turn a group into some stars. It just is. It's hard to turn a group into some stars for lots of different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know, it's easier to take one person, one talent, and make them a star. You know what I'm saying? But if you can take 3 people like they did with the Migos, or even 2 people like they did with the City Girls, you know what I'm saying? And people know what they doing. It just is what it is. So shout out to Quality Control. Yeah, and what they brought to the table, you see, yeah, like a waiter, they brought some things. But listen, the green lady, the green, Layton, I think her name is Layton. I want to go with Layton. That's cute, okay? This is what it is. It's cute and it's different. But anyway, I don't know her name. But anyway, she recently exposed that she was dating a producer, okay? And dang it, I forgot to make a note of his name. But shoot, I forgot his name. But you know, she like a lot of women, okay? She fell victim to cause I don't know if a lot of men do that. I don't, you do not see that happen that often, you know? But in the entertainment industry, women make a man their manager. You see, all the time. All the time. It always happens. Hell, I would be surprised if old boy start managing Summer Walker soon. Yeah, shout out to that. You know, like I feel like once that thug love wear off, you see, like Tupac said, Shorty want a thug. So shout out to that. I was looking at a post of them the other day, and I was like, boy, he got her. You see, yes, baby, he like a fish out of water. Yeah, she's somewhere flopping behind him. It just is what it is. Flip flops, clip flopping behind him. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Like Pac said, Shorty want a thug. Okay. It just is what it is. Shout out to that. Yeah, he got her. I said, well, well, that's what happens sometimes when the girls avoid the boys, Like sometimes I tell you that all the time. When sometimes girls can avoid the thugs, and then later on be mesmerized. You see, because they never gave one a shot. Uh, that's just me, my opinion on it. That's what I think, and I feel like Summer Walker, yeah, it just is what it is. I feel like Summer been avoiding the thugs. She had to be. She had to be. Because, like, it's no way that this one would have hooked her the way he did, how he did, as quick as he did. You see? So, anyway, shout out to them. That little love they got blooming over there like a flower is awesome. Okay? It is what it is. I'm really, really happy for him. Shout out to that. He hit him a lick. Okay, it is what it is. He hit a lick with Summer Walker. She's successful. Yeah, she got a lot of kids, but she got a lot of money to take care of them. So that won't be his problem at all. And then what else is going on? You see? I listen. I remember. Y'all not even about to go down that road, but I was going to tell y'all a quick little cute little story time. Matter of fact, I think I will. So shout out to that. Listen, I remember a long time ago, me and my homegirl used to talk all the time, and I used to be like, listen, I don't care. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And I really meant that. As far as like, my man liking celebrity chicks pics. Child, listen, I no longer feel that way. I care. You see? I care. Okay. So shout out to that. Because now we done got that out the way. Because, like my belief was back then, like, oh, she ain't worried about, you see, my man. Like, why would she be worried about my man when she's dating guys in her tax bracket? But, like, now I'm like, mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Now I feel like anything's possible. You see? Yeah. So shout out to that. Ask Kim. Okay. Period. So like we're not gonna play that. I don't give a damn who it is. Everybody will be treated the same. You see? So anyway. But anyway. Yeah. Back to the green lady. You see the quality control order. She said she was dating her producer, and it was all good in the beginning, but he just right now life just isn't so great, because according to her, he never wanted to be with her. Never wanted to be with her, never wanted to have a life and a family, and I said that's sad. It really is. That's sad. But like, baby, all you can do is grab your boots. You see? Yeah. So shout out to that. Baby, listen. You're going to have to put them badass boots on. Trust me. I know. You see? Like you... There's this song that say them boots is made for walking. You see? And like... and I mean, like, it just is what it is. Like, seriously. And I really hate to say this because it's an old thought. Like, I used to feel this way, you see, but I don't feel like this no more. But it is what it is. Well, I'm not 100%, right? Not 100%, but like maybe 50. Maybe I'm 50-50 with this now. But the truth of the matter is, in my hearts of all hearts, the average first timers aren't gonna make it. You know, and that's just my honest opinion. That's just what I think, you know? Because sometimes, you know, different life experiences, you know, will have me think that way. Now, do I know that every situation isn't the same? Of course I do. You see? But I feel like I'm going off of statistics a little bit. Not statistics that I have looked up, okay? Period. I'm not that girl. I'm saying statistically what I have saw and witnessed, right? The average people that have kids with somebody, like your first child, you probably not gonna be with that person. You know? And that's just how I feel about it. So, you know what I'm saying? Do with that what you will. But like, you know, just keep your nice pair of boots. You see, it just is what it is. Keep your nice pair of boots, okay? On deck, girls and boys, okay? It just is what it is. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, don't stay with their first love, first baby daddy, first baby mama, first all of that. You see, it usually takes a breakup, you see, and experience, you know, for you to move on and get things right, okay? It just is what it is, all right? So, like, you know, my tip to the wives is, man, keep it pushing. Yeah, keep it moving. You know, you will be okay. I mean, I promise you. And then I'll take it a step further. Imagine you holding yourself back from real love. Like real love. Because you chasing what's not for you, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't that make you want to let go? I mean, for real. Like, if God could tell you that six months from now, or around the corner, or there's this really nice person, you see, like your person that I want to put you in, you see, I want to put y'all together. I want to stick y'all together. Yeah, like a peanut butter jelly sandwich, period. Shout out to that. You see, I got your guy. I got your person. I know your person. Imagine God said, hey, I know your person. I got him right here in my back pocket. And you see, yeah, like, it's just like, how fast would you be like, okay, bye-bye. You see? Yeah. See y'all Monday. Like, how fast would you pack, you know, the diaper bag? You see? How fast would you dry your eyes? You know? So, like, sometimes, even if it ain't happened yet, you gotta imagine that's what's gonna happen. You know? It just is what it is, baby. I promise you. I promise you. So, go shopping. Okay? Go shopping. All right, get your nice pair of boots. It just is what it is. Okay? So, anyway, shout out to that. And then, after that, shout out to Bobby V, y'all, who recently had a health scare, okay? Bobby V said just recently, while he was on tour you know, on the Millennium Tour, trying to put in his work. It is what it is. Get his check. You see, he out there getting a check. That his body felt numb, and he had to rush. Like one side of his body felt all the way numb. He felt like it was a neurological issue. Okay, it is what it is, child. You see, like healthcare is a lot like the legal system. They got a whole lot of, you see, words that'll take you up and through there. And like I ain't going. I promise you, I'm not. But anyway. And so a lot of people was telling him to get that checked out. Bobby, I absolutely agree. I pray all is well. And I said, imagine this, Bobby V's body telling him to slow down. Yeah, you see? Your body says slow down, Bobby. Cause damn it, you is not the same age as you was when you first made the song. You see? So anyway, get well soon, Bobby. Hold on. I don't know why my nose is acting like it wanna run. I'm not surprised though. Cause yesterday I meant to take an allergy pill because when I was jogging, there was some fresh cut grass. And it's just something about fresh cut grass. Child, it makes my allergies flare up. It does. And I told myself I was gonna take an allergy pill yesterday and I forgot. So anyway, child, shout out to Bobby V, who recently had a health scare, okay, while on tour. And then, child, listen, they said right now, studies, okay, recent studies are showing that young women are not having kids like they used to, okay? And I said, well, shout out to that. You know, shout out to that. I really feel like it possibly has something to do with parenting, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. You know, but like I would like to think so. You know, it is what it is. Maybe, you know, I'm not gonna say better, but like good. You know, maybe good parenting, you know what I'm saying, is the reason why people are waiting till later, you know, to have kids. Because word on the curb is, allegedly, people are waiting until women are having babies after 40. And I said, okay, shout out to them. Shout out to that. I couldn't even imagine. You see, I just couldn't. I just, I'm like, where's these 40-year-olds getting the energy for a newborn? You know, that's crazy to me. It is what it is. That is crazy to me. Now, if they at home with the baby, I can see that. You know, but baby, if they getting themselves ready and getting the baby ready every day, and like still got everything else going on in life that they got going on, at 40, baby, shout out to them. Shout out to them and shout out to that. Because like life has afforded me the opportunity, okay, to see things both ways. Well, two ways, I would say. And like, listen, even, okay, period, even with the best partner, you see, the best life partner you can have in life, it's still gonna be a challenge. You see, after 40 years old, deciding to have kids. So I said, baby, shout out to them and their energy, okay? It just is what it is. Shout out to that. But anyway, and then speaking of 40-year-olds, you know, and babies. Word on the curb is CJ So Cool is catching flack. Okay, it is what it is. I said, what the hell? Oh, what the hell? Listen, as he should be. Okay, it just is what it is. CJ. Now, we all know CJ just recently been getting into it, okay? With his baby mama, all right? Because the baby mama accused him of being like touching, I believe allegedly touching her oldest daughter, okay? Jalea. So like he just got cleared of that or whatever, some kind of way, I don't know. But he didn't get he wasn't found guilty of it, okay? So he just got cleared of that. He just started dating this woman. He don't even barely know this woman. Hey. Shout out to you for jumping in my comment. Barely know this woman. When I say barely, I mean barely. These people don't know each other for real. But he had a new girlfriend, okay? But he didn't got dumped, okay? And people think that he got dumped because he inappropriately called her daughter thick. And I thought it was very inappropriate. And I don't know how old the stepdaughter is. That's the only thing. And people say stepdaughter. Y'all sure do throw that word around loosely. That is not his stepdaughter. If he not married, that's not his stepdaughter. That is his girlfriend's daughter, okay? Now that's clear. This man that called this young lady thick. I don't know how old she is. Again, I don't know if she underage. I don't know. I really don't. I could have sworn he said she was 19, but I don't know. But he was like, something about, I don't want you to be looking all thick on camera and da-da-da-da-da-da, and like, it's a wrap. Canceled itself. It just is what it is. CJ, you canceled yourself, bro. You is, like, that is, you know, it was weird. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. It was inappropriately weird. And like, I really don't know. I really don't know how to feel about CJ. Cause I feel two ways, right? It's this one dude that used to kick it with CJ, right? And he said CJ was like weird when it came to women. Like, I don't know, like overly weird with women. You know, like for instance, you know he live in Vegas. Okay? He live in Vegas. And we all know. You know what I'm saying? We all know how they give it up out there in Vegas. It just is what it is. And like, he was kind of trying to say like CJ would be like overly, you know, almost like, let's say you just met somebody, right? Like, let's say that him and CJ just met some girls, and he went to the restroom, come back, CJ tongue kissing the girl, like a stranger or a streetwalker. You know, like that's, you know, he just basically said he was just like too like, like a teenage boy. You know what I'm saying? Like you would think a teenage boy would be with girls or women. You know what I'm saying? Almost acting like he ain't used to nothing, never been with a baddie. You know, like just overly hyped about it or something like that. That's what, you know, this one dude has said about CJ. Now, that aside, I do feel like in my hearts of our hearts, some people, you know how they say, I'm a big ass kid? Like people say that, I'm a big ass kid. Like that's the vibe that I get from CJ. You see? So it's almost like, on one hand, you wonder if he's inappropriate about younger women, or is he just childish as hell? You know, like extremely childish to the point where he's not aging like that. You see what I'm saying? It's to the point where he's not aging. You know, so he didn't realize that that was an inappropriate comment. You know, like cause he's still too young-minded, if that makes sense. And you know, that's just my thoughts. And like, I just feel like you never know. Like, you never know. It's weird. It's all weird. CJ built his channel being around children. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what makes it even more weird, you know? But I'll just say, like, people who entertain kids, to me, will always, you see, I feel like they will always need close. You know? It just is what it is. You watch them harder. It just is what it is. Like, to me, the youth pastor, he need way more eyes on him than the regular pastor. You know, the one over the adults. It just is what it is, right? Because we got to protect the youth. You know? It just is what it is. We have to protect our children. And like, same case with these content creators, pastors, people at the schools. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, you have to be vigilant when you dealing with children, you know, period. That is such a touchy topic. Hi. Hey, shout out to you for jumping in my comments. Okay, happy Friday to you too. CJ so cool. That wasn't cool, you know. And I'll take it a step further too. People are starting to say that like CJ is the problem. Like, he been with this girl and that girl and this girl and that girl, you know. And he's another one who I feel like needs to heal. Okay. Period. So shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. But yeah, CJ so cool need to get it together. He do. Him and Royalty need to watch my co-parenting show, okay? Those folks need to go no contact. It just is what it is. Now, and they babies are so little. Like, one thing I was just about to say is, I was about to say that, like, I kind of believe, partially I believe that they do it for content. You know what I'm saying? Because it's content. It is what it is. It's content at this point. Other creators is making ends off of it. They probably feel like we might as well too. You know, it's our story or whatnot. But like, at the end of the day, him and Royalty, like, ugh, okay, they really need to wrap it up, bone and ribbon. A part of me think it's content, but a part of me also, I'm not done. You know, them kids is little. I do. I feel like they definitely still got drama. You know what I'm saying? And animosity. And anger towards one another. It just is what it is. And then after that, let me talk 600 Breezy and Jazmine Cheaves, because he recently just exposed his toxic relationship with Jazmine. You know what I'm saying? According to him, he was trying. You know, according to him, he tried to be, you know, a two-parent household, you know, with their son. And he said he just can't do it. You know, he can't do it. Now, I heard both sides of the story, and I believe both of them. It is what it is. You know, it's always some truth in the middle. You know, it just is what it is. It's always some truth in the middle. You got to hear them out. And he's saying she a drunk. You know, it just is what it is. She a drunk who needs to heal herself. And that she's like, you know, kind of like a troubled young woman. And let me just say this, Sister Breezy, you might, you know, that's your type. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like that's your type. It just is what it is. Because y'all do recall, y'all remember, he had an ex that harmed herself, unalived herself, you know? So it's looking like, you know, you dedicating your time to broken women, okay? You got to watch how you choose them, especially because you having babies. I mean, it just is what it is. You know, you got to learn to wrap it up. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, for real, you got to learn to wrap it up. But they tried. It didn't work. Now I want to refer them both to my co-parenting show, okay? Before it gets too bad. You know what I'm saying? And they just be like, Khalees, I hate you so much right now. You see? So shout out to that. You know, like, they got to get it together before it get ugly, because it can. All right? And it will fast, too. Especially when you lose respect for somebody, you see? And, like, this girl that lost respect for him. It just is what it is. He's sitting over there, she calling him broke, you know? I mean, it just is what it is. She got tired of going in her purse, you see? I see. She got tired of going in her purse. He even said it too, though, you know? Child, it was hilarious. He said, you gave me some money for Christmas and, bitch, help me spend it as soon as you gave it to me. That shit was hilarious, you see? To me. I said for me it was. Oh Lord, that was funny. But yeah, like I said, I want to wish them both the best, okay? Cause ooh, child, the baby, I don't even think he walking, okay? So it's gonna be a long road ahead, okay? But shout out to them, child. Y'all make sure y'all check out my co-parenting show, commenting, okay, with Shay Renee. The width is just a W, all right? Type my name in behind it, okay? And search my co-parenting show. Now, anyway, Deiondra Sanders, same thing. You see, she having issues with Jacquees, and I said, dang, Deiondra. You see, I do feel like Deiondra could have did better. You know, but like I wasn't on that. You know, I was paying attention to what was being presented, and what was being presented was Jacquees. You see, the little short R&B singer. Okay, it just is what it is. But everybody had high hopes. They was like, girl. You see, what is you doing? They wanted her to be with, you know, an athlete, somebody more athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like her family, like the men in her family. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, you learn. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you begin to learn from your mistakes. And I take it a step further though. Who knows? Deiondra probably heard enough stories to not want no athlete. You know, it just is what it is. She probably just didn't want that. But anyway, child, I want to tell Deiondra, listen, baby. Just like I told the last girl, you see, you're going to have to keep you a badass pair of boots. And each and every time you need to, baby, you're going to have to walk. You see, it just is what it is. I mean, strut. You got to strut. Okay, shout out to that, like Eddie Murphy said. But now for real, the truth of the matter is, Deiondra, baby, listen. She just recently was saying, I told y'all she was just recently in her feelings about you know, the people not coming to see the baby and all of that. Deiondra, that cannot be your concern. Let me tell you something. I need you to take you out a piece of paper and write down to whom this may concern. You see, and just make it seem like it's a letter to Snow's nursery, okay? And let the people know Snow ain't coming to daycare today, you know, and just give them a reason, and then sign sincerely his mama. You see, and then baby, put that in a folder. And every time you feel like you finna get outside of your body, read that letter. Okay? Because, like, Snow and his mama should be your only concern. You see? I mean, it just is what it is, baby. You're going to have to put all that other shit behind you. You know? Either Jacquees want it or he don't. And at this point, it look like, you see, I mean, it just is what it is. It's starting to look like. And like, I know it's easier said than done. I know it is. But she can't worry about that. You know, she just can't. The only thing she needs to be worried about is her and her baby. Okay? But I know it's easier said than done. But again, y'all, send Deiondra my co-parenting show, okay? It is what it is, because she another one who needs to see it. Jacquees is her family. You know, it is what it is. And the sooner they start looking at each other and treating each other like family, they're going to be able to get through it. Like a tunnel. You see? It just is what it is. If they want to come out on the other side, they're going to have to get it together. You see? I said, oh, Lord. They say ain't no sunshine when she gone, Jacquees. You see? And y'all done made a baby named Snow. Child. And like people said, people breaking up after the baby is born, child, that should be studied. But I told y'all on this show, you see, I said on this one right here, that I do believe in my hearts of our hearts. The first baby daddy, you know, it is what it is. He ain't gonna make it. You see, he probably ain't gonna make it. But y'all can still learn to be family. You know, be good to one another, respectful, you know, and move on. Shoot, with your dignity and everything else intact. I mean, it just is what it is. Yeah. And honestly, like, child, please. I wish I would, but like, yeah. You live and you learn, okay? But anyway, Poopa Stars, after that, baby, I'm about to run, okay? Let me see. I got 3 minutes. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna give you something to drink and run. I'm about to dip, baby. Dip, come on, let's dip, baby. Dip. I'm about to give me some cranberry juice, y'all. I'm gonna quit drinking soda today. Yes. I said I'm gonna quit drinking soda, y'all. Again, for the umpteenth time. I'm about to try this shit again. I'm about to try it again, y'all. I'm gonna quit drinking soda so I can start losing a little bit of weight. I ain't mad at it at all. It gives. It gives. Try to give what it needs to give. So anyway. Oh, that was good. Baby, I love me some cranberry juice. Shout out to that. And hey, if you just get here, replay game, hit the like button. Replay game. We're gonna have to go back. Like they said on that one song, baby, you finna have to go back into time. You see? Yeah. Cause I'm about to get up out of here. Listen, today I talk relationships. Yeah. Shout out to that. And I didn't get that much advice. I just said love yourself. You know? You guys to love yourself. And walk it out. You see? Just like they said on the song. Hey, now walk it out. Baby, that used to be my song in the club. East side walk it out. South side walk it out. I done forgot how to do the dance. You see? But it is what it is. But like, yeah. Talk baby daddy, baby mama drama today. Ugh. Not my favorite topic. Not my favorite topic. And let me just say this. Y'all. Carlissa is still requesting a blood test. I'm like, what? Take the what and leave the what? Girl, I thought we was past that, y'all. So I just really don't know what to say. I really don't. But shout out to Blueface, baby. Him and that Christian Rock, baby. I don't know what they got going on. You see? But like Carlissa wants a blood test. I'm like, baby, I thought we was past that, but we don't. We finna have to see. You see? We're gonna see. We finna see. I feel like we finna see. You see? Yeah, baby, like a letter in the alphabet. Like, Christian is not gonna be able to run from that DNA testing forever, okay? It just is what it is. She gonna have to come on with that, I feel like. Sure do. It sure is. You see? In my hearts of our hearts. You know, like if Blueface really want another test, Christian ain't finna be able to run from that. So it is what it is. You know, and I feel like we'll know. You know, it is what it is. We will know. But I'm like, I can't believe we back on that. Like, y'all, I thought we was off that. I thought y'all said that's his baby. Now, I know he get online and he say it ain't. But I thought that was for play. You see, it's just like, child, it's so much, you know. Ooh, child, make you appreciate your own life even more. When you see people going through it. Child, whether it's something you've been through or something you never been through. It's just like, oh, Lord. Crazy. But he'll be out in December, you see. He will be out in December. And I'll take it a step further. Christian was making it seem like, which could be true, though. It could be true. Christian was making it seem like she wants to be in a good place with Blueface on the strength of her baby. You know, but she was also making it seem like so he won't be like rhymes with a big, you know, to her baby. And like, that's weird. That's a little weird. But I do get it. I do get it. Sometimes parents can like plea bargain. It is what it is. Cop a plea. You know, with other parents, on the strength of the kids. You know, I'm trying to get along with you type stuff. I mean, it just is what it is. But I'm like, Christian, you know, like, are you trying to get Blueface to say that that's his baby? Even though it probably ain't? You know, like, I mean, because it is what it is. I could definitely see Krishan asking Blueface something like that. Now, I don't know if he would be willing to do it and take it that far. I think for money he would, you know, but like, who knows, baby? I feel like we're going to really see how all of this plays out, you know, and it's crazy because, like, what if they played us? You know, like, what if they actually played us? That would be crazy. Now, dudes usually don't play that. You know, dudes usually don't play along like that. But one thing about Krishan and Blueface, though, they be getting to a bag together. You see? Like a big bag, a huge bag. So it's almost like, if you was to get pregnant with my baby, with somebody else's baby, you know, like, am I finna let my cookie crumble completely? Or would I make as much money with this girl as I can make with this girl? You know, it's almost like wringing all the water out the towel. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I feel like if they lied, it's going to blow up in their face. Eventually, you know, things will come to the light. And then I'll take it a step further. A part of me feels like they're not lying, because I just feel like that's too big of a secret. I feel like they would have been and got mad. One of them would have been and got mad and put it out there already. At least Blueface, you know? So, like, maybe he don't know. You know, like, maybe he not in on it. Child, it's just a lot. You see what I'm saying? It's just a lot, baby. But y'all know we gonna stay tuned in. I mean, it just is what it is. We paying attention. So shout out to that. And then anyway, after that, y'all, I'm going to move on. I'm about to go. Okay. And I will see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all. Happy Friday.